Hey everyone, it's Grant Winsauer, and I'm gonna talk about rookie minicamp, a possible Joe Thuney extension, and uh, the few games are that were released yesterday ahead of the schedule release for the NFL 2025 schedule for the Bears. And I'm just gonna give you my honest reaction to all those things. Let's get into it. Starting with rookie minicamp. So rookie minicamp started this past Friday and ended this past Sunday. I thought it ended yesterday, but I was wrong. It was the 9th to the 11th, not the 9th to the 12th. And thanks to actually some comments that were on my last video that actually got a couple hundred views because of what I talked about, I think. I was brought to the realization that Caleb Williams couldn't even show up to rookie minicamp because he's not a rookie anymore. I thought that it was different because he got a new coach and got a new playbook, but I was wrong. So the quarterback that was there was Austin Reed, I believe, and some other guys, but I haven't seen what they were. But so rookie minicamp went really well. There were some standouts. Sadly, they were all on offense because I didn't really see much on defense in terms of highlights. But Colston Loveland couldn't participate because he's still recovering from his shoulder injury. But he is getting medal reps, which is important. And then the other few standouts I saw from videos by journalists that were there were Ozzy Trapillo, Luther Burden, and Kyle Monungai. Let's start with Ozzy Trapillo. So I've mentioned, well, me and Jack have mentioned that Trapillo is a huge guy at 6'8", 300 something pounds. I don't know the exact number. I can't think of that off the top of my head. But I mean, even though there were no pads, the dude was like just bull rushing everybody that was trying to they were doing individual drills. And I know that probably doesn't count for anything right now because there's no pads on and all that stuff. But I think that it's good that he is showing those types of things already without pads on and with only a few weeks to learn the playbook, because it's May 13th right now and he was drafted April 26th, so that's just over 2 weeks. That's like 2.5 weeks ago he was drafted. So I mean, he's doing a great job, and I can't wait to see the pads get on and see if he can challenge Braxton Jones for the starting tackle spot. And to be honest, if you're a first through third round draft pick, you should be able to challenge a fifth round left tackle. And that's not me saying that I don't like Braxton Jones as a left tackle. I do like him. It's just no, he's coming back from an ankle injury, so he's going to be out for some of training camp. So Ozzy Trapillo might be able to, slot himself in as the future starting left tackle for the Bears in the foreseeable future. And then let's go to Luther Burden next. So um, Burden was probably the surprise of the draft class for everybody because we didn't think that we needed a receiver. But I mean, the dude, from what I've seen, has amazing hands. Gets out of his breaks really quickly, and I think that he's going to be you know, an Amon-Ra St. Brown or Jameson Williams type of player in Ben Johnson's Bears offense. Not necessarily getting the ball out of a pass, but maybe getting the ball in some jet sweeps or some running backs uh, capacity. But I can't wait to see it because I didn't think that this guy was going to be available in the second round. I thought he was going to go late first round or early second round before we got to picking at 39, but he was. And then Kyle Manungai was he's got a burst of speed and he's swifty and he likes getting coached hard. He called Eric Bieniemy, his position coach, a legend. So, I mean, he's gonna be okay with getting coached hard, and I can't wait to see what he does in this offense in the future. And then, and also we have 5 of our 8 rookie draft picks signed already. Those 5 are Colson Loveland, Ruben Hypolite, uh, Za Frazier, uh, Luke Newman, and Kyle Manungai are all signed for their rookie contracts. And so that just leaves Ozzy Trapillo, Luther Burden, and Shamar Turner to sign their rookie contracts in the next few weeks. I would imagine that's when those will happen because those other 5 signed them within the first 2 weeks of being able to sign contracts. So excited to have most of this draft class signed already. And then next, it was reported about like a week and a half ago that the Bears were close to agreeing to a contract extension with Joe Thuney. Slicker Rick on Twitter was the first to report that, but sometimes those could be wrong. But I do imagine that it will happen soon, probably at the latest before training camp. But if I was the Bears, Joe Thuney is playing on a $16 million contract right now because he's on the last year of his contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. We just took the contract from them. So, I mean, if I were the Bears, I would try to get him locked in for another 2 years. If you could try to get him to agree to like $14 to $15 million per year and have it be a 2-year 28 to $30 million extension, I would be all for that because Joe Thuney is great. He's always been on the football field, only missed 2 games in his career, and offensive linemen can play well into their 30s as long as they take care of themselves. And with Joe Thuney only missing 2 games in his entire 9-year career, I mean, the dude takes care of his body. Before I get into the last topic, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe so I can keep you guys up to date on the most recent Bears news. And then to get into this last topic, so tomorrow, the Bears or the NFL schedule release happens. And I will be back on Thursday to go over that full release and give my record prediction on Thursday. I can't do it tomorrow because I have one last final to take care of before I am done for the summer. So you guys will see a lot of more videos with me and Jack over the summer. And Jack isn't here because he has a final to take care of himself. And so the two games that were leaked for the Bears are the Eagles and the Bears and the Packers and the Bears. To make this accurate, I'm going to look up when they're playing those two games on Twitter. So give me 1 second. I have to search it. Eagles versus Bears. Hopefully it'll. So Black Friday, November 28th, the Bears will be playing the Eagles on Amazon Prime. And then I think so we won't be playing on Thanksgiving, but we will be playing the day after Thanksgiving. And I hope that's a good game. And with this rejuvenated coaching staff, I do think it's going to be a good game. But we'll see if we win. I hope we do, but teams like that, it's hard to predict. If I was a betting man, we probably do lose, but that's just me being honest. And then for the Bears versus Packers, they're playing each other week 16, but I'm not sure what date that is. Let's see. Let's see. No, that's not right. Okay. Let me just look up the Bears versus Packers. Latest. I have to go to latest. So I don't. Yeah, I don't know when the actual date that the Bears will be playing the Packers, but it is during week 16, and I want to say that's the week after Christmas or the week. I'm not sure, but God, I mean, I just hope that with this new coaching staff, we can get some hard fought wins, because I mean, last year with Eberflus and Thomas Brown, we just couldn't even close out games that were easier than what that coaching staff made them look. And when you compare this coaching staff to that coaching staff, I mean, on paper and on the field, this coaching staff looks 100 times better, even more than that probably. But and then so I mentioned earlier a little bit about the offense, the offense in minicamp. I didn't see any highlights of like defensive plays from it, but I did watch all the press conferences, and Dennis Allen said that he wants Shamar Stewart to be developed right now as a 3 technique and a nose tackle, and then in the future they'll look at him at edge. But I think that's a good idea to have him looked at as a D tackle right now, because you have you have Grady Jarrett and Andrew Billings and Zach Pickens there right now. Now, Grady Jarrett and Andrew Billings are getting older, so you probably need to have a little bit more depth at DT than you'd like to have. And in my personal opinion, having Shamar Stewart be a 3 technique or a nose tackle is a good idea, because of the fact that it's possible that one of them, in Grady Jarrett or Andrew Billings, could go down with an injury, and Shamar Stewart needs to step in and fill in for them. So I really like that, and I can't wait to see this team with pads on, and I know that's a month away, but well, probably more than a month, but I can't wait to see it, because that's when we actually know what this team will look like. But also, don't buy into the hype of how good training camp goes, because hype during training camp always happens, and it's always overlooked, and then we just suck during the season. Now, I do admit, I do think that it's going to be different with this coaching staff, but take what you see in training camp and these voluntary workouts and all that stuff with a grain of salt, because there's no pads on right now and all that stuff. So I think that's going to be it for today. I will see you guys on Thursday to go over the full schedule for the Bears, and I will also give my record prediction and talk about each game and how I hope each one goes. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe to the Bear Claw Cast with Grant Winsauer and Jack Brody, so we can bring you guys the best Bears content possible. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you Thursday.